Hello. Hello. Welcome to Tim's Maniac Sports. This is Maniac Tim coming at you after the devastating loss that we suffered at the hands of those cheating Carolina Panthers. No, I'm just joking. They did not cheat. They actually outplayed us. They beat us fair and square, and they just kind of screwed us. Um, One thing you got to look at, was this a rebound game, you know, for them? Because the week before they were shut out as far as in their running game, as far as on what they could do. So they went ahead and wanted to regroup. The Carolina Panthers wanted to regroup, and regroup did they do? They went ahead and regrouped, and they just went ahead and ran the heck out of the on the Detroit Lions. Like, I mean, I think I said in the chat, in the Lions Nation Unite chat, that they just ran, that the Lions um, defensive line was more like a bunch of wet paper bags because they ran through us the first half like it was nothing. Now the second half, the Lions seemed to do better. They started coming back and stuff like that, but they couldn't really do enough to get the job done. So in my opinion, they did not deserve to win that game. The refs did not take that game away from them, even though the penalties were so one-sided and stuff like that. But it was the lack of the ability for the Detroit Lions to go ahead and get things done, to stop the run, to stop the Carolina Panthers from actually doing. And I do owe apology to them when I said the Detroit Lions are more like a growl, where the Carolina Panthers are more like a meow. Well, in that very day, the Carolina Panthers were more like the growlers than the Lions. They were more the king of the jungle than what the Lions were. Now we have lost. I I think the contests that we have had against each other, we have lost 8 out of and only won 3 against them, 3 or 4, something like that. So they definitely hold the series edge over us. Um, Grandizer 12 was right in the way that he called. He said this looked like it could have been a upset in the makings, uh, and it was. Carolina is a team that really is fighting for the, of course, the worst division ever, the worst, one of the worst divisions ever, um, divisional title. So they are still well in it, and we overlooked it. And one of the things I warned against was overlooking your opponents, thinking that it was too easy. Uh, The Lions have been known for doing this. And you know what? I'm not going to blame any Lions fan for getting mad at them. Okay? Because to take, you have the right to actually voice your opinion when your team does bad. You know? You have a right to criticize, now to a extent. So, because they went ahead, they got our hopes up. We were hoping that we thought, heck, of all games, this would be the game. Now, in doing this, what happened? We let the Green Bay Packers back into the equation of winning, of being able to actually sneak into the playoffs. Because, we held the cards uh, as far as for what between us and Green Bay. The other teams that the Lions needed to lose lost. Uh, there's still Lions could still get into playoffs. But we still need some losses by some other teams, and the Lions need to win out. That's the only way. The Lions are going to need to do that, and they're going to need to win next week against uh, a a hard fighting um, Chicago Bears team. I mean, as I have always said, and I don't care how bad a divisional rival is, they always show up good against a divisional opponent. All right, especially when they're playing the Lions, they always show good. So show up against the um, opponent. So yeah, I do want to thank you guys for watching me. I'm seeing that there's one on Facebook watching me. I appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in to Maniac Sports. And I also see there's somebody on Twitch watching me. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Please hit that like button, tell your friends, and also, if I can see your comments, that will be great. I will post them. I will definitely put them on. Any comments, anything that will help uh, make this show better. I'm working on getting other guests on. I mean, it's sometimes it's hard to do, but thank you guys. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. Uh, but I'm glad Kurt Steele, the Man of Steel from Detroit Lions on the Pro, and also Lady Lion are had a good time. Was able to the uh, see the Detroit Lions in person. Uh, it would have been nice for them to have a win. It would have been nice for Kurt to see them win, but he seen, he said he really enjoyed himself at the game. I think he said this was the first game he's ever seen. So this is great. Uh, as we all know, Kurt Steele is from Detroit Lions on the Prowl. He's our main host on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. And you have Coach Torrance and also Coach Mike Jones. Yeah, welcome everybody. This is Tim's Main Exports, and I want to give you guys a chance to sound off on how you feel about the game. What makes you, you know, how do you guys think the Lions will do? Do you think the Lions can go ahead and actually pull off beating Chicago next week? We got to beat them next week, and we got to take care of the Packers the end of the year at Lambeau Field, which Lambeau has always been a hard place for Detroit to win. And now with the Packers being in the hunt, just like we are, just like we are being in the hunt, it really makes them want to do it more. It really makes them want to be that surprise team that enters the playoffs and does what the heck they can do. Now, hey, you look at whatever happened with the Miami Dolphins at the start of the game. They gave, they gave the Packers one hell of a fight. Excuse the language. There you go, cussing it. But one heck of a fight. So it was a battlefield, but then Packers went ahead and rose to the occasion at Miami and actually kept taking away the ball from to Tagovailoa. Uh, if my pronunciation is wrong, I also heard that too is also on concussion protocol again, which really doesn't fare well for him. So this is the fourth game that the Dolphins have dropped. We were really hoping, all of us Lions fans were hoping they would beat the Packers. The other game in the NFC North too was that we had concerns with was of course the what Chicago did, and my friend Vince said that he was saying this before the game that that he was going to show, or that the Bears were going to go ahead and show us how to play a how to play a good team. Well, okay, granted, during the first half, the Bears kept it close, but during the second half, uh, Buffalo was able to go ahead and pull away and just really, it wasn't even a contest in the second half. So, yeah, being only a 30-minute man, being only a 30-minute team means nothing in football. You got to be able to do things for 60 minutes, and that's regulation time in order to get things done. So that's the way it is in football. I'm also hearing a lot of, and maybe I was just blind to this before, or tone deaf, or whatever you want to call this before, as far as for, I was, I'm hearing a lot of people complaining about refs calls, on how their team was cheated and stuff like that. And hey, I cannot, if your team was actually cheated by, you know, had a outcome, a loss of outcome due to a referee's official wrong call, that is really sad because, hey, refs are not supposed to control the game. They're supposed to monitor the game and keep you playing fair. And sometimes I think the refs go ahead and just go ahead and try to take charge of the game. And I don't like that. I don't respect that part of any league that won't go ahead and really do something to take care of this. Referees association, referees unions, or whatever, each league needs to get control of their officials in order to stop making these bad calls, these egregious calls where they just go ahead and just totally turn the tide of a game, sometimes even taking victories away. And once again, I'm not saying at all that the Lions' loss was due to the refs. That is not what I'm saying, because Carolina did their job. They beat up on the Lions. They went ahead and proven that they were more king of the jungle than the Lions were. So, in saying that, I'm just hoping that the Lions can go ahead and rebound against Justin Fields and just go ahead and take it out on them. Just take it out on the Bears and just go ahead and open up a can of whip butt and just go ahead and just, I want this to be a maniac game against the Bears. I want the Lions to prove to be superior. Now, I'll tell you, Luke G wanted, from Luke G's field report, he wanted the Carolina game to be this. He thought that the game was going to be shouldn't even be close. Well, it wasn't close at all, but the wrong team won. He thought that Carolina shouldn't even be in the league, and that is shouldn't even be in our league, in our what do I want to say, as far as in as good as us to even, we should have been able to play so much better because we were that much of a better team. Well, unfortunately, that didn't show up. Luke needed to have a little bit of egg on his face because of the way that he talked on Free for All Friday. Grandizer 12 pointed that out to me, and I mean, it's true. But uh, but I want this to be a maniac beating of the Bears. They're coming into our house. We are the ones, the Lions are the ones to go ahead, and we are the ones that have the playoff chances left. The Bears don't. The Bears have nothing to play for, all right? But that can make them harder too, because heck, the Bears, you know, well, they do got something to play for. Excuse me. They got they got they got pride, and every team that steps on that field is going to be playing for the pride of their team, the pride of themselves, and also when you're playing divisional rival, you're just going to be standing up and really trying to play, really doing your best. But I want us to own the Bears. That's what I want. I want us to beat the Bears by at least 14 points. Have 14 more points over the Bears than what they got than us. That's what I want. I want the Lions to come out and actually show the NFC North, show the NFL and the NFC all over, show Sports Center that this was not a fluke, that these games that they won are not a fluke, and that they are better than those 8 losses. Now, they got to step up and play better. They got to. They got to step up and they just got to play better. They got to do better than what they did. They got to just take control of their game. All right? Like Carolina did to us. That's what they got to do. No trash talking, no trash talking, but a lot of smash mouthing. That's what they got to do. They gotta stop Justin Fields. They got to do it. They gotta not have turnovers. As far as they got not giveaways. They got takeaways. They got to do takeaways. Is the world going to come to an end if the Lions don't make the playoffs? No, it's not. It's not going to come to an end. It will just mean, well, we'll probably get a better draft choice. Ain't going to be a great draft choice, but would be because with our 7 wins right now, I mean, I hope they can at least have a winning season. So if they win the last 2, there would be 9-8. So that would be at least give us a winning season. If they, if they win one of the 2, then no matter what, it would be a losing season. And of course, if they lose both, so it's going to be definite a losing season. But if you look at where we came from last year, we have done a lot better. Is it good enough? No, it's not good enough. But is it the end of the world? No, it's not the end of the world. They just got to go ahead and really find a way of creating scores. They got to go ahead and find a way of stopping the teams. First of all, you got to go ahead and stop Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears. You got to go ahead and win that game. Like I say, I want it to be a big victory. But we'll see if it is. We'll see if it is. Hopefully, it is a big victory. Hopefully, we get to see the Lions just go ahead and actually win this game by a big margin, by at least 14 points. Then hopefully they can go ahead and after that, go in and beat Green Bay. They go ahead and do that, then they'll at least be able to say they have beat everybody in the NFC North at least one time, with Chicago beating them twice. And actually, they have beat everybody in the NFC North. So hopefully they can go ahead and beat. If they win the last 2 games, then that means they will be, they'll have one of the best records in the NFC North as far as for inner NFC North head-to-head competition. You know, that's what I'm saying. Um, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But just take the ball into your own. So thank you guys. Make sure you tell your friends. And yeah, I'll tell you, most of the times I will not be on at this time because usually on Monday I'm at work at this time. But because of it being a holiday, uh, I have it off because this is what we get off because Christmas was on a weekend. So once again, I do hope that everybody had a Merry Christmas. I hope that whatever holiday uh, whatever faith you have, I really hope that you enjoyed the time off. I hope you guys all enjoyed the time with your family. Uh, Yeah, and I hope seeing the Lions get lose so much that make you guys get too drunk, because I'll tell you what, sometimes when you see the Lions lose like that, it's enough to make you drink. I mean, I'm not a big drinker myself, but I was really looking forward to that game. Then when right off the bat, bam, 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 it was like, OMG, what's going on here? And you just knew the way that game started, you just knew it was over. I mean, it was just like you knew. And I'll tell you what, that brought out the maniac in me in a bad way. No, I didn't go ahead and smash things in my house or anything like that. But, I did get angry because, hey, it's easy to get angry. It's easy to get angry at what people do, what they, when your team fails you, and actually they failed the fans. They failed themselves. They did not play up. They got beat by the team that was better on that day because that team on that day was better. And they also made it so that tomorrow I got to go to work and hear how the Packers won and the Lions lost. Ugh, that is the worst part about it, you know, because even though there's one friend of mine at work right now, he's a all-out Packer fan, and he has not been really, let's say, a good sport about the Packers losing. Hey, Facebook user, welcome, welcome, welcome. LOL. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. Who might I have here? I cannot see your name. I think you gotta give them permission for me to see your name. But thank you for joining my chat. So tell me, what brings out the maniac in you? Feel free to put in the comments. Uh, and what do you think is going to happen next as far as for the Bears game? Do you think the Lions have a chance? And do you? Well, I know the Lions have a chance, but do you think that the Lions have a chance to win the next two games and actually beat the Packers at Lambeau Field, beat the Bears, of course, at Ford Field this first of the year? Now that would be great. That'd be a great way of starting out the new year. Going ahead and starting out the new year, beating the Bears, then going ahead and ending the regular season by beating the Packers. That would be awesome. Would be great. Now, are you a Carolina fan, or are you a Bears fan, or are you a Packer fan? What are you? Just let me know, Facebook user. And like I say, thank you. I do appreciate you coming in, messaging, LOL, laugh out loud. Yeah. Uh, thank you. But I mean, I really, really want to see this team win out. Okay, we lost the guy that was, or guy or gal that was in the chat as far as for the. Oh no, I don't want to. Okay, so uh, like I'm saying, I'm expecting the line. I want this to be a blowout by the Detroit Lions. I want to see Lions just go ahead and take this team thing, take the Bears by their horns, and just go ahead and show everybody what they're made of, what the Lions are made of. I mean, let's do this. Let's go ahead and let's. Jared Goff has had a great year so far. Yeah, I just kind of changed my logo a little bit. Well, I like that. I'm going. I'm just kind of playing around a little bit. I really hope you guys don't mind. What chat? Big baby Ken. I want to offer a promotion to your channel. Viewers. Follow viewers chatbot. The price is lower than any competitors and is guaranteed the best auto on incredibly fixed. Hmm, I don't know. I think the Lions can win 2 straight games. Going to be. I think the Lions can win 2 straight games. It's going to be tough with the Green Bay Packers game. I think. I agree. I really agree. I gotta get my brand back on here. Okay. I definitely really agree. Facebook user. I think that the Lions can win uh, both of these games. But like you say, it's going to be rough. It's not going to be a cakewalk, especially against Green Bay. And I also see where it even, especially when it's at Green Bay and if Green Bay is still in the contention for a wild card spot at that point. Because if Green Bay loses this week, then they won't be in contention for a wild card spot any more than we will if we lose. But that is really true because as it goes right now, Green Bay holds in their hand their destiny, and all they got to do is they got to hope the Commanders lose. Like where we would need to hope, I think we got to hope that that the once again the oh Seahawks lose, the Giants lose, the Commanders lose, and we also got to hope, and we hold the tiebreaker, of course, against the Packers, but as far as for how we just really got to hope that the Packers lose, basically for sure. And so I mean, I really hope so. Uh, 2 straight games, Lions win. That would great. And of course, if they win 2 games, makes the playoffs, we want them to win 3 games at least, right? Because if they win 2 games and make the playoffs, we would really, really be. It would really be great if the Lions could actually win a playoff game. And now I think if we're the last ones in, I know. Oh no, you won't be playing Philadelphia right away. We'll probably be playing Minnesota again because I'm sure they're going to be the second seed. Barring unless for some weird reason they lost the last two. You know, Uh, because of course we're not going to be playing right away the Philadelphia, because I don't see any. Well, I think they secured home field throughout the playoffs now. So with the bye, you know, that they get, we'll play Minnesota first if we get into the playoffs. So regardless, it means that we gotta, the Lions, that if the Lions win, they have three top uh opponents that they gotta use, that they gotta contend with. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I don't know who that is, but okay, I don't really have a whole lot to say other than that. Um, Thank you for coming on. I did want to get on and share my thoughts. I'll probably try to do something again maybe tomorrow before I go to work. Uh, I might even do something a little bit later on this morning too. Uh, but any other questions, concerns, or comments? Thank you guys. I hope you guys liked the video, like my content. I know I need to get better at some of the stuff that I do. Uh, but this is Maniac Tim. It's been kind of a long weekend for me. I had planned on being on here a lot more than I was, but uh, that didn't work out. But this is Maniac Tim signing off. Go Lions. One pride. Let's just go ahead and win these last two games. Maniac Tim, wishing everybody a happy new year.